Hello, good morning, and welcome to the morning news on New Day on TV3. My name is Beatrice. We're coming up in the next few minutes. Asante Hene Otumfuo Setutu II presents Boko Peace Mediation Report to President John Mahama, clarifying it is not a verdict but a roadmap to lasting peace. Also coming up, Pantai parliamentary election rerun now put on ice as Supreme Court intervenes to order a suspension of preparatory processes. And much later on the program, Bank of Ghana warns banks of tougher enforcement as new risk rules follow sector's fragile recovery. Thank you very much for joining us on the program this morning. The Asante Hene Otumfuo Setutu II has recommended the strict enforcement of Ghana's existing laws, recognizing Asigri Abugrago Azoka II as a lawful Boko Naba as the most critical step towards restoring lasting peace in Boko and the wider Kusasi traditional area. In his mediation report on the protracted Boko conflict, as drawing a presentation to the government at the Jubilee House, the Otumfuo stated that no chief or traditional authority stands above the Constitution, stressing that the government must uphold laws duly enacted and affirmed by the Supreme Court.
This recommendation followed extensive engagement with the Nayiri of Mampurugu Nayiri, Nabo Hagumba Mahami Abdullahi Sheriga the Bokunaba, and other traditional leaders as part of efforts to find an amicable and sustainable resolution to years of violence between Kusasis and Mampusi groups. The Otumfuo noted that the legal position on the Boku chieftaincy has been settled through PNDC Law 75 and the 1992 Constitution, subsequent to Supreme Court rulings which collectively recognize the Bokunaba as the head chief with jurisdiction over the Kusasi traditional area. He observed that attempts to challenge his position have been closed by the court, while acknowledging the historical ties of Mampurugu Kingdom to lands in the Boku area. The Asante Hene said the present legal realities make it untenable to pursue arrangements that contradict settled law, particularly regarding claims to the Boku scheme.
Boku was mentioned in the proposed terms of settlement of the Nairi as one of the towns that the Mampusi wanted to be given to the Nairi. Unfortunately, the law as it stands now makes Asigri Aburago Asoka the lawful chief of Boku, and so it is impossible legally to do any such thing in this mediation exercise. On the question of Boku town, I have taken the position that the established tradition since 1931 thereabout is that the person who is Bokunaba has the entire Kusasi area.
The Asante Hene, however, maintained that any concession must align with the law and respect existing legal authority.
By law and the declarations of the Supreme Court of Ghana, Asugri Abugrago Azoka is a Bokunaba, and there cannot be any rival residing in Boku claiming otherwise. I have impressed upon my brother the Nairi to accept that recognition by law in appreciation of the enduring brotherhood that has existed between our two kingdoms in order to ensure lasting peace and eliminate the national and international security threats that my brother himself is so concerned about. I have been candid with my brother the Nairi that the purported enskinment of Mr. Seydou Abagari as Bokunaba cannot stand.
He further warned that failure to enforce the lawful status of the Bokunaba continues to fuel insecurity in the area, describing the conflict as a growing security concern. The President, Mahama, on his side, says his government will see to a full implementation of the recommendations.
Teachers refuse to be posted there, doctors refuse to be posted there, civil servants are leaving. We're doing national service postings, and we have suspended posting national service men and women to Boko because we cannot guarantee their safety. And so I'm pleased that Otumfuo's mediation has come to an end and that he has presented a report. And I can assure him that government would look at this report and within the next 24 hours, government will issue a statement.
Chief of Staff.
Now, the Director of Elections for the New Patriotic Party, Evans Nimakon, is hopeful that the Electoral Commission would adhere to the Supreme Court order to suspend the rerun of the Pandai parliamentary election. Earlier, the Apex Court ordered the electoral body to put on hold all preparations after lawyers of Matthew Nyendam praised the court for other means to serve notice on the NDC parliamentary candidate.
The Pandai Member of Parliament, Matthew Nyendam, is asking the Supreme Court to quash the Tamale High Court decision which ordered the Electoral Commission to rerun the elections following a petition filed by NDC's parliamentary candidate, Daniel Insala Wakbao. His lawyers had argued that the High Court wrongly assumed jurisdiction in the election petition. During proceedings on Tuesday, December 16, lawyers for the Pandai Member of Parliament, led by Gary Nimakon, notified the court that attempts at serving the court processes on Daniel Insala Wakbao were unsuccessful. He noted that the NDC candidate had essentially evaded service. Nimakon therefore moved a motion for substituted service to enable them to properly serve Daniel Wakbao the court documents. Before ruling on the matter, however, the 5-member panel of justices presided over by Justice Gabriel Scott Pomang chastised the Electoral Commission for failing to turn up in court. After listening to the submission of lawyers of the Pandai MP, the Supreme Court ordered the Electoral Commission to suspend preparations toward the rerun of the Pandai elections. The Apex Court further ordered that the processes be posted at the residence of the NDC candidate. The processes are also to be posted on the notice board of the High Court in Tamale, the notice board of the District Court in Pandai, and via his WhatsApp number. The notices, the bench added, are to remain for 7 days and will be deemed to have been served after the period. NPP Director of Elections, Evans Nimakon, commended the Supreme Court for the decision.
We can have a situation where this judgment has been given, it is being contested, and other interested parties will run so fast and not allow the process to go to its conclusion. That, for me, is not fair. And so what the Supreme Court has given today will send a signal to all those who thought that they can have their way. It is important that we allow the law to rule.
Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the National Democratic Congress, Rashid Tanko Computer, says the party respects the Supreme Court's decision.
We are law-abiding citizens as a political party. What we do know is that the Supreme Court only suspends the rerun. The Supreme Court has not cancelled the rerun. They only suspend that. Yes, my opponents have only suspended their defeat. In fact, it has been suspended. The defeat has been suspended. It has not been cancelled.
With the orders of the Apex Courts, it is expected that the Electoral Commission will put a hold on the Pandai rerun, which was slated for December 30. Now, what this means is that the case will be back here at the Supreme Court on January 13, where the substantive matter of the applicants praying the Apex Court to quash the decision of the Tamale High Court regarding the rerun will be heard. We'll keep tabs on this closely and bring you updates as and when. Lodi Dwasari, TV3 News, Accra.
We say at the court because the Chief Justice has found that a petition seeking the removal of Supreme Court Justice Emmanuel Yoni Kolendi does not disclose a prima facie case. This was after President John Mahama forwarded the petition to the Chief Justice in accordance with Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution. The outcome was communicated by Minister for Government Communications Felix Kwachofosu on Tuesday, the 16th of December. So let me bring you details of that. And it says, in the matter of a petition against Supreme Court Justice Emmanuel Yoni Kolendi, the Chief Justice has determined that the petition does not disclose a prima facie case in line with Article 146 of the Constitution. The petition review outcome also said that the President forwarded the petition to the Chief Justice for assessment and has since communicated the Chief Justice's determination to the petitioner. In a related development, an Accra Circuit Court has granted bail to John Odate Lamte, the man captured in a viral video assaulting his wife. The bail sum was set at 100,000 Ghana cedis with two sureties, one to be justified. As part of the conditions, the court also issued a restraining order barring the accused from contacting the victim and the children involved. The case has been adjourned to January 19, 2025. Now, more than 100 members of the Ghana Mine Workers Union have picketed the offices of BCM Mining Company Limited, demanding the payment of end-of-contract benefits they say have been outstanding for 10 months. The outcome has described the situation as an unfair labour practice and issued an ultimatum for management to settle the arrears by Friday, the 19th December, warning of further industrial action if demands are not met.
More than 100 workers of BCM Mining Company have staged a protest at the company's premises, demanding the payment of outstanding benefits. The aggrieved workers say they have served the company for periods ranging from 3 to 7 years. According to them, an agreement with management requires that 20% of their end-of-contract benefits be paid upon completion of their contracts. However, the workers allege that management has failed to honor this agreement for the past 10 months, leading to growing frustration among staff. The General Secretary of the Ghana Mine Workers Union, Abdul Mumuni Bana, expressed disappointment over the situation, describing the delay as unacceptable.
This is an employer that is deliberately trying to check its responsibility. And once the laws are clear, once the agreement that we entered into with them is very clear, what we are going to do is to demand and demand and demand and demand until they comply fully with the agreement.
Bana has given BCM Mining Company up to Friday, December 19, 2025, to settle the outstanding payments or face further action.
Ultimatum we have given them is pretty a reasonable ultimatum. As far as we are concerned, for the past 10 months, you have reneged. In fact, you have failed to live up to your expectation under the agreement that we entered into with you. And so we have between today and Friday, BCM must do everything under the sun to ensure that they fully comply with the agreement that we entered into with them.
He also cautioned mining companies operating in the area against the maltreatment of workers and the violation of labor rights.
So our demand to the industry is that employers should be wary, because any race to the bottom policy or policy that is being pursued by mining companies and by extension mining contractors is inimical to the growth of workers.
Meanwhile, the management of BCM Mining Company says it is committed to resolving their grievances and engaging with workers to find an amicable solution.
And let me remind you of our earlier story concerning the man who was found assaulting his wife, that his case has been adjourned to the 19th of January 2026. Now, drivers across the country are welcoming a modest but timely reduction in fuel prices, which takes effect from today, and also offering some relief at the pumps. Judith Brown has more in the following report.
Petrol prices are expected to drop by between 1.64% and 3.89%, bringing the average pump price to about 12 cedis 90 pesos per litre. Diesel users will enjoy a slightly bigger cut, with prices projected to fall by as much as 4.59%, settling around 13 cedis 20 pesos per litre. For liquefied petroleum gas (LPG), it is also set for a reduction of up to 2.16%, with a kilogram expected to sell at roughly 14 cedis. Many commercial drivers describe the reduction as small but encouraging.
Oh, I do manage the said the no, I'm saying fuel no so no. A buy say we say.
The fuel cuts have helped us, but the prices of other goods have still not come down, so it feels like things are expensive.
Fuel
market is so right, and then
Fuel prices have indeed gone down, but goods are still high on the market, and that's our problem.
But it's kind of over issue. Those non are using a better fuel, no, a boy, but I'm boy.
Government reduction of fuel prices is good, but car dealers haven't reduced their prices, and that's our problem.
Industry analyst attributes the expected reduction largely to declining prices of finished petroleum products on the international market. Over the pricing period, petrol prices on the global market fell by 6.5%. Diesel recorded a sharp drop of 11.67%, while LPG prices eased slightly by 0.22%. For now, drivers remain cautiously optimistic, hoping the current downward adjustments mark the beginning of a more sustained period of fuel price stability. Judith Brown, TV3 News.
Samuel here, and the minority in Parliament is calling on President John Mahama to consider a first ministerial reshuffle. This follows concerns raised over the absence of the Minister of State in charge of public sector reforms and the Minister for Food and Agriculture to answer questions relating to their sectors. Speaking on the floor of the House, the minority chief whip, Frank Anodompe, said that members of the majority caucus who are eager to serve the state must be given the opportunity to do so.
Questions advertised in the name of the minister in charge of public sector reforms. Been on the order people for very long time. Very, very long time. So we have to take it because we'll be rising on Friday. We have to take this question. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. Besides, front bench, Minister for Agri just wrote to us. I was just given a copy that he cannot come. That's fine. Eric has been a very dutiful person. I won't begrudge him. But his deputy must be here. The president must be watching. The first reshuffle must happen. So that they are Honorable Van der Poel, for instance. He is waiting. He has been lacing his shoe for a very long time. The first reshuffle must happen. Leader, tell the president, the ministers who are not ready to do public business, the president must reshuffle them. Honorable Zuela is ready. Honorable Sasu, for instance, he has been suffering for long. He's all waiting.
And that's it for the morning news here on New Day on TV3. My name is Beatrice Edu. Thank you very much for joining us on the program today. Do stay with us on New Day.
Hello? Hello, Auntie Abena. You won't believe what just happened. Grandma received her 4 TVs. 4! 4 TVs? Yes, 4!
about this song?
I'm so surprised. So I see Jennifer Diaries.
Okay.
And all the things she does on the series, but I never knew she could sing like this.
Okay.
So you need to tell me how you discovered this song.
So let me give you a little education. So you know it's a series that we all watch on YouTube.
Yes.
Jennifer's Diary.
Yes.
But this one, she put it into a movie called Everybody Loves Jennifer.
Wow.
And this one is the title track to the movie. Listen, it broke the box office, made a whole lot of money, and it's come to stay. And I enjoy it every day, not just during Christmas.
I love it.
It's just amazing.
Wow. I mean,
yep.
And I saw Patience Ozoko in there.
G for general, Mama G. Mama G, Patience
Wow.
Ozoko, G for general. You
is-
just don't say Mama G.
Yeah.
When you finish saying Mama G, you have to say G for general.
Yeah,
You understand?
I saw a Facebook post her official Facebook post, and they said that stubborn academy, like she can't be disturbed. And if you see that picture, it's so funny.
She's amazing though.
Wow.
She was in Ghana over the weekend for the Refa Awards, and
wow.
it was lovely to see her on stage receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award. It was so beautiful.
I mean, she's done an amazing
She's one
job.
human being that I really, really love.
Yes. Wow.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Where are you going? First of all, I'm not sure if you're looking like a flight attendant or if you're. I don't understand. Are you going to have tea with the Queen or the King this morning? Do you know what you're wearing? Do you know what you're wearing around your neck? Okay. So it's called the cravat.
Ajay.
And it is senior most to the necktie that we all know.
Okay.
And it dates back to the 17th century.
Wow.
Croatian soldiers in wintertime used to tie it around their necks just to keep warm. So what you're wearing around your neck is called the cravat.
Wow. I love that one. Thank you very much. But
You're
you know,
very
in Europe,
welcome.
they are getting out of winter, right?
They are not.
But it's in January.
No, it's peaking.
Oh, no. Yes,
it gets worse in December.
It
gets worse in December, worse in January, worse in February, and then
spring
March
comes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
My mind
I'm
is
sure
already
you're
in
having tea
2026.
with the King this morning.
King Charles. Okay.
Just
All right.
make sure you have some chai tea. Have you tried chai tea before?
I think so.
You have tried chai tea?
Yeah.
It's really great.
Yeah.
So try it.
Wow.
Anyway, good morning to all of you watching us at home. And yesterday, my big sister, we had a press conference to commemorate her oil signing deal between the Republic of Guyana and Cybel Energy. Beatrice Tayui, my big sister, congratulations to you again. It's a big deal for Ghana. I'll be telling you about it. Later on, we have to go and have a one-on-one sit-down with him.
Yeah.
But Beatrice Tayui, congratulations to you for this very big deal between Guyana, the Republic of Guyana, and of course the Republic of Ghana, represented by your own outfit, Cybel Energy. Congratulations to you again, ma'am. And Kochodenge, you are watching us this morning. Ebo Samoni, Randa Shal, the whole squad, Theodora Akwa. If Paparo was sitting here, he would have given us a long list.
To Chairman
Godwin Tamaklo of Race Group, and then what's the name
the
of
National
the
Security
sisters?
Man?
So, I think Sally for Combat.
Yes.
And then Rolly, send me a message. Give me the roll call. Let me do it for you this morning.
Tema Oil Refinery.
Exactly.
And
Lydia Nyaba.
Yes.
And the Paparo! Guy G, good morning to you. It's been some time. And then Richard Mante is also one of our fans.
Praise Nana York.
The list is just endless. Oh my goodness. Paparo. Anyway, Beatrice.
Yes.
So there's a lot trending.
There is.
In the news. And congratulations to the mediation team that was set up or was instructed by the president, led by Otunfo Osei-Tutu II. I think it's gone well.
Yes.
And we are waiting for that presser or for that statement to be released by the president in about 24 hours, because that's what he said yesterday, that in about 24 hours, an official statement will be released emanating or resulting from all that has been found out and concluded by, and I loved what the Asantehene said. He said, it's not an arbitration, it's a mediation.
Yes.
And congratulations to all of them. I think we are getting somewhere. I'm
We
happy
are getting
because
somewhere.
you know I'm from Boko, right?
Oh,
yes, I'm
wow.
from Boko, so I'm very, very happy about it.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all of us.
Yes.
Congratulations to Ghana. Congratulations to peace and we do believe that peace is here to stay.
Indeed, and the wisdom of the Otumfuo Setutu II, because yesterday in his opening remarks, I mean, the first few words he uttered were that he wasn't there to find out or to say who was wrong
right
or
who was
right.
wrong. Yes.
Yes. And then when he started reading the report, after making that point that he didn't want a situation where people will think the president has doctored the report.
No way.
So he was going to
read
read
it himself.
everything. But before reading that, after that statement, he still repeated
impressive.
the fact, yes, that I am not here to say who is right or wrong. I'm just here to present the facts as they are, and took that, time to go through the historical papers available.
Tradition kakra brofono so woho. What you say like or commanded.
Yesterday I was just monitoring his pronunciation and I was like, wow, this is on point. The pronunciation, I'm telling you, was just on point.
So, anyway, another good news though.
Yes.
Petrol prices.
Petrol prices going down. Yeah, so, well, I don't know how much it will be of an impact, but I'm sure if you're buying a lot, even if it's just
listen, even if they reduce it by 1 Ghana, it goes a long way, sister. It goes a very long way.
I think yesterday what I saw, currently, if you're buying like the super, as they call it, the 95, it's around 14.95. And I think I saw that it would go down to 12
So this is what's happening.
Yes.
Petrol prices would fall by about 3.89%. Diesel will go down by 4.59%. And then LPG gas will go down 2.16%. So you need to tell us if you're happy about that or not, because it will definitely reflect in your pocket. But you know what many people say? Anytime there is a decline, they don't, the drivers, I mean, but once there's an increase, even before the official communique comes out,
they've already adjusted their prices.
You need to tell us what your experiences have been over the years, and then we'll take it from there. I remember, Shadrach, I remember very much when it wasn't a 15% increment or so.
Yeah.
So I joined a trotro from 37.
You joined trotro?
Honey, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not that bougie, baby. Like, I mean, I'm for the people. I feel what the people feel.
The people were
me fa trotro.
Okay.
Let me to trotro. And there was this particular issue of the GPRTU telling me, was it the pricing list? Shadrach, there was a name, there was a term they gave me. Was it the price sheet or something? Okay. There was the price sheet, right? They were insisting, say, price sheets, enyambaye. Of course. There was a long excuse. He had not reported to work, so and so. So they were not going to abide by it. It was actually a 15% decrement. They said no. They were not going to abide by it. But if it was an increment...
Of course.
2 seconds.
And people are still complaining that, they have a strategy. If you're going to Kaswa and they are picking you from Kanda, they pick you to, let's say, 37, then to Medina, and then, I don't know the routes, but
Can you even imagine?
It takes you there. So I think we had some of the reps, bosses saying that they must stop that, and we've heard some officials talk about that. So hopefully this Christmas, because I want to believe that there's a reason for reducing the price at this period when a lot of people are going
just
to
wants
spend.
To ease up, traffic and then your pocket as well.
Yeah.
And there was something last week about, is it the STC?
The buses. They were going to make buses available.
Yes.
In some
all
areas.
That inclusive.
Yes. So they really want to ensure that people enjoy the Christmas. Yes. So, let us know what you think about it and whether or not already, because it's taking effect today.
Yes.
There are some of you who might have picked buses or your trotros early in the morning. Did you see the impact?
Oh, so that's me right there.
Who facing you?
Oh, nyabuche.
Who TV3 microphone mo? But where's Cookie's face?
You see my face. You see my face. You see my face.
Yes. Wow. Okay.
I don't remember. I think this was sometime in March or April.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah, but sometime.
The new feature na ma and so mfanya adwuma
me de menya bi eno kra na maduru he fe na me bisa na mape bi me mensanka bi
na anope wo lori free he
me free kaso na me ba Madina ene ma lodi afa ha me ko nti e se me duru ha no me bisa mpanimfo no se bi o ma ya ne age o mo nya di age se koba
Super such as a Udru Kaswa no pay our belodi. Union head be any who the new features in our mouth.
David, many be a major new one. Any MP conviction be. They are buying a can and one with this. Don't be banians you yet to. I don't know. See, I'm penny for the benches. You know, this ain't to me for a pen. I say be a major Faisal and a major tendency. That mean quick keep. I was here until 15%. No. Penny for the benches. No, my calculation. No, my dear.
But now passengers, he says, and Kayato, so dear, and Canadian can won't try chat be out.
You're train into me for Kaswa. Hello, man, and Kaswa or Kokaswa. And also, but the baby train near Genius with the age.
I don't think this driver liked you that much because you're putting him on the spot.
He wasn't excited about it, but please do be in the know that this was recorded way earlier this year, sometime between March and April. I cannot really remember, but I think it was between March and April. So that was when the 15% announcement was made. And no decrement was made, and also there be feature to be
from his posture. It looks like he wanted to get rid of you.
Exactly,
like get out of my car.
You know. Anyway.
Yeah, so Colin, the numbers will be displayed on your screens very shortly. You call in, you share your thoughts with us, whether or not you even picked the car this morning and what your experience was. Did you see that reduction? But as you get ready to call us, remember, Mama Cash is already seated here. So when we talk about cash out, you know that you're going to get a lot of money. Dial *439#. You follow the prompt. You pick your favorite platform, number 2, right here on TV3, which is number 2. And there's a big one.
Listen,
25th, Christmas
I don't know,
Day.
Wherever you are in the world, just make sure you are in Ghana on the 25th of December, because that's the biggest one ever. We are cashing out big time right here on TV3 Newday. In actual sense, I just may change my mind. Remember 24th.
Aish.
Because you need the money for the 25th.
Indeed.
So you need the money on the 24th to prepare for 25th and 26th. Because 26th is actually the Boxing Day. You need to buy gifts for your friends and family. So I think I'll readjust the date. But remember 24th.
No,
so that everybody exactly can have a feel of it and prepare adequately for Christmas. Be on the lookout for that one. But again on Friday, I'll bring another bonanza on Friday. But today, you get to win 1,000 Ghana cedis so long as you're a Telecel or MTN subscriber. Please dial now, *439#. 1,000 Ghana cedis going out to 10 of you. 10,000 Ghana cedis going out today to 10 of you, meaning one person gets to take away 1,000 Ghana cedis. *439#. If you're a Telecel or MTN subscriber, you're choosing option 2 for today. Option 2, which is the TV3 option. Follow the rest of the very friendly prompts. 5 Ghana cedis per coupon. Play as many times as you can to increase your chance of winning right here on TV3 Newday. And already, our viewers are getting excited. Dr. Zato will be here. Solomon Owusu will be here this morning. Justice Abdullahi, as usual, we'll talk to him on phone or on Zoom. And Sofo Tanko Rashid Computer. You know, he's been in the news because of a Pandai rerun and all of that has been put on hold right now. Yesterday, I heard him say, oh, the NDC are law-abiding citizens. So whatever the court says is what they will go by. Well, let's see what he says this
but
morning.
it's an interesting development, really.
Very interesting.
From 30th of December to now, well, the court is sitting again 13th of January. So that's a long time for...
Yes. So let everybody relax and rest. When we resume next year,
then we know what to do. Yes. But in addition to that, we'll be talking also about the Otumfuo mediation report that we just talked about. Really what that means for sustaining peace or bringing peace. I think yesterday the Interior Minister, he was actually the first to speak, who said that this should be the beginning, really, to the peace process there. And so all of us are hoping that this would bring permanent peace to the area. And even remembering what the president said, that they are not able, the government is not able to even post national service personnel to Boko because nobody can guarantee their safety. So really, this should be the beginning of great stuff happening in Boko in the Upper East region. But we did tell you that we're talking about transport fares and the fact that fuel prices have been reduced. So you're welcome to This Morning segment on your day. And we already have our first caller on the line. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us on This Morning segment on your day.
Good morning, Beatrice and Opportunity.
Good morning.
My name is Collins from Amamole in the Ghanaian Municipal.
Amamole.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes. It's Amamole. AMAMR.
Fantastic. I love the way he loves his community. He will spell it for us. Collins, tell us what.
Anyway,
yes.
And let me put this first. TV3, your journalism is undisputed.
Thank you.
I'm telling you. Yes, TV3, look, the whole Ghana, I will say this and I will say it. It's across Ghana.
Obia say it. Obia say
it. Your television, how you do your journalism is more than wow. Yes.
We thank you. We thank you.
Everybody, any institution, offices, wherever, your home, your room, your kitchen, every place, TV3. Wow!
Hey, Collins must be very rich. In his home, in the kitchen, in the baby,
I'm telling you, come in the washroom.
Collins, you have a TV set everywhere in your house, don't you?
Yes. Let me greet my boss, Peter Akwesi Mensah, Deputy CEO of the MAPI SC Shipyard, and Chairman Ashimo and Joe Ashama, fantastic gentlemen. Look, President Mahama is doing marvelous job in this country. Because, look, if immediately fuel price pop out or go up, then you hear the drivers and their mates, private mates, complaining. Look, well, we can't give stock money and so on and so forth. Today, go to various stations and see. As we started, they will know this kiss. And this has been going on. Look, it's terrible. Because as soon as we drop, it catches everything. Food stuff, go to market. Akufado and Baumia regime. Today, you can buy rice, 5 kilo, 25 kilo, and so on and so forth. So, I don't know. Everybody is doing what he wants in this country. But it's totally bad. Immediately, fuel price pop up, then it touches everything. You have to fuel media. It may be beer, dollar, fuel price, but still, you know, I'm not sure I was so far, 5 years, I could find 8 years, and nobody everything. But, hey, and yo, please, we are all Ghanaians, especially the drivers, what are doing is very terrible. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Solomon, for calling us and for sharing your thoughts with us. His line wasn't so clear, so I couldn't really hear all that he was saying. But there's another caller on the line as well. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Your name, where you're calling us from. Hello? Okay,
otherwise, let's get on to some messages right now. Aziz Donla says, government has done its part by reducing the fuel prices. Indeed, drivers and passengers must act accordingly because passengers must ensure drivers comply with the reduction. Kindly send my greetings to Honorable Rashid Tanko Computer. Aziz Donla, you sent in that one. Thank you very much. News Ade of FNB Bank, good morning to you. You are watching. You say that you have a TV even outside of your house. You, Mate, no problem at all. Moving on to Facebook, kindly send your messages. We'll read as many of them as we can. Okay, I'm told Philip is on the line. Is this Philip from Ho? Hello, good morning.
Yes, hello, good morning.
Yes, you're welcome to TV3 Newday.
Yeah, my name is Philip. I'm calling from Pandai.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm calling from Pandai.
Good to have you this morning.
Yeah, Cookie, good to have you too. I'm very, very delighted to call this morning. You know, and with the issue of the court, the Supreme Court judgment yesterday, it's very good because we are moved from the era of the unanimous FC, popularly named by Ghanaians. Anyway, with the issue of the rerun, Bandai NDC, I'm a member of the NDC in Bandai.
Okay.
Bandai NDC is highly divided into pieces. I'm saying this in the sense that there have been a lot of issues around them. That's why if you see global info analytics survey, it shows that NDP has popularity in Bandai. That is a very good assessment. Yes, it's true. In the sense that the DC appointment they recently done has highly divided Bandai. 3 young men were shortlisted from Bandai to go to Accra for the final interview. Then the outgone MP sneaking someone who isn't part of the 3. So the 3 people are very angry. There was this young guy inside called Young Sabako Robert.
Well, allegedly, because we cannot ascertain for sure if what you're saying is true. So at this point, we would love as a station to disassociate ourselves from what you're saying, but you can go ahead though. But because we cannot ascertain for sure, this is not coming from us, just by the way. But please go ahead.
So this young guy who is the secretary of the party, he has served the party for about 4 consecutive times. Very, very vibrant. He has a master's degree in statistics. Very qualified. You see, I may not want Ghanaians to take the perception that we are putting round pegs in square holes. No. The guy is highly qualified. The Oti region, the Oti River is in Bandai. This guy crosses rivers with a canoe to go and campaign. Very, very qualified. He has a master's degree and was a highly candidate for the DC position. And they eventually turned it.
So now, they said, you mean he was sidelined?
There's a lot of divisions around the Bandai. So I want the national executives to come down and get an appointment for this young guy called Young Sabaku Robert, the secretary of the party, until we, the NDC members in Bandai, can highly come out and campaign for them. Otherwise, NDC may leave. That's just my statement.
Okay, but are you able to share your thoughts with us on the reduction in fuel prices, whether or not it's already impacted you or anybody you know?
Fuel prices coming down has really been a very good mark for the NDC. For instance, the dollar has come down. Obviously, the fuel price needs to come down. And it's a general benefit for all of us. So I'm very, very delighted that the fuel prices have come down. Goods and services will definitely reduce in prices. So this is a very good credit for the NDC, fraternity, and the entire nation.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for calling us from Pandai. Thank you. I think we do have Millicent on the line. Good morning to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us on the This Morning segment on Newday.
Good morning, Aunt TV3. Good morning, Aunt Cookie.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm fine.
Good.
Please, Auntie Cookie, you said on 25th of December, you are doing mega cash. Please, will you do it in the Ebono Act?
What did she ask?
Will I do it in Ebono's Act? So listen to some more. I'm actually thinking about bringing it to the 24th so that you can have money to go and buy some gari and shito just in case you want to get on the act. Because the question many people have been asking, you don't know about Ebono's Act, do you?
No.
Beatrice crampled their own sometimes. Beatrice doesn't know about Ebono's Act. I will educate you later. But the main problem about the Act is that we don't know who will be cooking the food. Because, you know, in the olden days, in Noah's time, we didn't need to buy food or anything because in one day, but this time around, we don't know who will be cooking the food. So unless we get Chef Abby or somebody like that, but or maybe a Jagraja. But until then, you will need the money on the 24th so that you can buy some Gary and Shito to get on the ark. How about that?
Okay.
And I'll bring it on the 24th. Beatrice, I don't like Beatrice, you are not on the streets. I'll tell you what's going on. But yes, please go ahead.
Okay, I want to share my thoughts on the fuel prices.
Okay.
The truth of the matter is, the problem is not from our leaders. Sometimes it's from we, the citizens. When we reduce, when some fuel goes down, the people do not want to reduce their prices. Fuel, yes, the drivers don't want to, yes. Different stories here and there, market women and all those people. So it is about time we deploy military people to the ground to do the work for us, because we are suffering this country.
Military. So you need a military intervention just for the right, just so the right prices can be charged. Hey,
we'll be waiting for you in the Bono
Millicent, I'll be right there. I'll be the one at the door. Jessica, so that you can buy something on the ark. Beatrice,
she's full of so much energy.
So there's this guy called Ebonoa. Okay. You know, in reference to the biblical times when God was about to destroy the earth, of course,
and
with
Noah
the
had
flood,
to build an ark.
And Noah had to build an ark. So this one is the newest sensation on social media, called Ebonoa, because of Noah's ark, purportedly building a big ark. And all of us are supposed to gather on the 25th of December, because I didn't know Jesus Beba. So the ark can take, I said 6 million people, right? 6 million.
Oh, that's it?
600 billion. No, we are seeing
we are just around 8 billion or so.
So we are just now discovering that he's actually a content creator on social media. And he just went to a place where they were constructing these arcs and stuff like that. And I don't know how he got his phone to make the arc look so huge behind him for people to actually...
with AI, you can do anything.
He's trending everywhere.
Wow.
Even in Abutre, people are talking about it on the news and everything, but we just discovered that...
I hope there'll be jollof and watching on that.
Air content, sister. Air content. Jesus, be about 25th. No.
We have Alhaji, but let me read this quick comment from Kwamena Acidity Ahafo Trensia. He says, good morning, Beatrice. Finally, visionary leader John Mahama and Otumfuo Tutu are bringing lasting peace to Boko and the Kusasi traditional area. They are national assets. Best regards to hard-working Ahafo Regional Minister, Honorable Charity Gardner and Ishak Dauda, MD of Pristia, Sankofa Gold Limited. So let's go to our next caller who joins us on the phone as well. Alhaji, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I hope you're well.
Good morning, Beatrice. How are you?
Good morning. Very well, thank you. How are you doing?
Cookie tea.
Yes, Alaji. Yayade.
Cookie tea.
Alaji, Yayade. Okay. I take I respond.
Let me send that. What am I?
He's running a quick errand this morning. He'll be back soon.
Okay. Let me send that. Nima, and he has one like the Alasan, and German to arm people, and Dr. Bonobi, Debra, and Dr. Abumbe, and other than Atalia for 30.
Yes,
I just want to, my brother in Kandaya, taking change for the Kandaya.
Alaji, we're struggling to hear you.
His line is not stable.
Alaji, these days your network is not helping. Cry in that Savlugu area. What's happening?
Because of I said this bad network. I'm not going to have good network. And the way to tell the communication minister, if you look about this program in the data.
Okay.
I think, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm trying.
Okay. When you look at that court ruling, and some NPP, they are happy. But today, if you are happy and tomorrow and the rumors come out happy, people will blame you for action. So I think we will appreciate them for what they did. But let me tell you, in the first society, once you talk like
Alaji, I'm sorry. Alaji, I'm so sorry. I need to take you off. Your line is terrible. I am sorry, but I do hope that the situation is rectified. He's been struggling these days. I mean, the whole week he's been struggling to call us, and you just cannot hear him. I pray that it's rectified really soon.
There's
a message.
There's a message from Simon Yang. He says, "Good morning, Beatrice and Cookie. Let Cookie know that she did not read my message yesterday." Beatrice, His Royal Majesty the Asantehene has always been very passionate, magnanimous, and objective in all his mediation roles. And he says, you remember the role he played in 1993-94 when the war broke out between the Dagombers and the Kokumbers. His mediation during that war brought a lasting peace in the Dagban enclave, and all of us can attest to that. We all just pray that the people of Boko will all accept His Royal Majesty's efforts for lasting peace to reign in the area. The people of Boko should remember that war stifles development and will only draw Boko back.
Okay.
That's Simon Yang from Wa.
Aziz Donla says, NDC as a political entity respects the rule of law, therefore we respect the order of the Supreme Court. However, we believe in Honorable Rashid Tanko computer to deliver Bandai. He's strategic, he is knowledgeable and highly connected in terms of by-elections in Ghana. I call him Chief of Staff for by-elections. Aziz Donla, we hear you.
There's Stephen Pen as well, also from where I said, good morning, Beatrice and Cookie. Cash. Allow me to make this report instead of the fuel prices. Some communities are destroying our tarred roads with unauthorized speed ramps. A specific case is what I witnessed in Serikpri. I hope I got that correctly, Cookie, village in the Nadoli Kalio district. Believe me, Beatrice Cookie T is mounting on the road. I have reported the situation to the Ghana Highway Authority in Wa to act, but I want you to echo it, please. These unauthorized speed ramps are a danger to drivers and passengers. The taxi I was traveling on to Wa from Laura struggled to drive over the mountain, please.
Oh, there's another one here. Oh, Charlie, this is okay. But anyway, I'll read it. Dr. Agbe from Hohoi. Okay, let me take the call and then I'll read it for the message from Dr. Agbe. Hello, good morning. This is TV3 Newday.
Good morning.
Sorry for keeping you on the telephone lines. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Jibril, calling from Upper West Region. Wow.
All right, Jibril. That's our journal in Wa. Let's hear you.
Let me say good morning to the NPP Regional Chairman Abdulaziz Wright, and also to the local language. And you're doing good 24 hours. And you give a big thanks to the accused for the second. The men have done something everybody is thinking in Ghana. For bringing peace into the Boko, you don't know how to even thank the man. You don't know how to thank him. May God give him long life, and may God give him a good people to guide him.
Amen.
Listen, you know how Boko is suffering. People from Boko are now suffering in Upper West, in Kumasi and Tekina. This is very bad. This is very bad. So, looking for looking for chill, yellow chill.
Amen.
But the issue of reducing petrol, quickly, I want to say something more about reducement of fuel. To do this, it has reduced. For how long can we keep on? We don't know. Maybe tomorrow or tomorrow night, we'll be hearing that it has gone up again. That is where the problem is. The truck drivers are not able to reduce. As well as reduced now, within the next 3 or 2 weeks, we can see that we are reflecting in our own budget. But if we don't do the fuel has reduced, the next month it will go up again. We are not missing that. But they have to put place in measures. When you reduce, it can take us at least 3 or 4 months. And if it will go up, it will go up again.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So they have to look at it. They shouldn't be doing up in commercialized days.
If the government is using us for commercial gains, it is not the right way.
We thank you for your time. We thank you for your time. Thank you so much. Point well noted. Aka Sokre says, when you have a national treasure like Otumfuo Asante, you know the problems will always be solved. May peace reign in Boko now and forever.
Let me read
Amen.
this quick one. Yes, from Isaac Hughes, Takrady Western Region. Good morning, Beatrice. Kindly say hi to Kiki for me. Regarding the fuel price reduction, it's good to hear. Unfortunately, we the ordinary citizens may not experience the impact immediately because transport fares may not be reduced, nor will prices of goods and services come down. Warm regards to Papa Roland. Thank you very much.
Let me read this one before you get to the message. This one says, good morning, TV3. Fuel prices just got a 4% reduction. Now, if only salaries could get a 4% boost, we would be singing, yes, hallelujah, yes, Ghana. Workers, are we seeing a glimmer of hope? When can we expect our salaries to be fueled up? Governments, please consider our plea. Merry Christmas and happy payday, Ghana. And that's coming from Dr. Agbe. Hajia brought the meat? When did Hajia bring the meat?
Well, she's on the line.
Hajia, good morning!
Good morning, my sister.
Hajia, you brought the meat!
I brought the meat.
Wow!
And if you see the meat, you like it. I prepared it the way that you enjoy the Christmas with it.
Wow! Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. And God bless you so much. Oh, wow. Such timeliness.
For the wonderful work you are doing for Mother Ghana.
Thank you. Obia Benyebi. Yeah.
Media General, you are doing
Oh, Hajia, thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you. Talk to us,
Hajia. Let me say good morning to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the Vice President. And let me say kudos to the National Security Coordinator, Alhaji Razak. I say we are very happy to have him as a National Security Coordinator because if for nothing, he's not doing pajamas function fair in his office. So we thank him a lot. My appeal to my people, my own people, the Boko people, we want peace in this country. I'm appealing to them. You see, when they say North, a lot of people put Northerners into Islamic brackets. Because when they say Northerner, people think all Northerners are Muslims. Fine. If it is like that, I'm appealing to them. Please, Islam means peace. And we know that at the northern sector, a lot of Muslims are there. The same way the Christians do in Bible, there is a lot that is talking about peace. So I'm appealing to my people. My knees is on the floor. I'm on my knees appealing to them. Whatever will come out, they should accept it so that Boko that we know. Boko, formally when somebody tell you I'm Alhaji from Boko, I'm Hajia from Boko, you are shy to do anything silly, excuse my language, in front of that person. Because you know they have their own selves. So I'm appealing to them. Boko as a business region that everybody knows. Now, that business is no more going on. I'm appealing to them to accept this peace pipe that we are smoking together. We should smoke it and let the smoke bring a good result. I'm appealing to them. My niece is on the ground. His Excellency, we thank you so much. You there, we believe you that you walk your talk. You don't just promise and walk. No. You walk whatever you promise. So please,
Medina.
people of Boko, I'm appealing to you. Accept this peace pipe and let's smoke it together. Thank you so much. Enjoy your meat,
Thank you.
Enjoy your meat. Don't give anybody.
We are very appreciative. God bless you so much. Everybody here, including crew members, everybody, even security men, are very grateful to you. Thank you so very much. God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I heard it's spiced with some hot pepper.
Yeah,
we are waiting. We are waiting for that. Well, let me remind you that there's a world-class university right here in Ghana, Rosebank International University, a strong South African university and a brand of the ADV Tech Group, Africa's largest private education provider, with 146 schools across 5 African countries and over 100,000 learners, and partly owned by the World Bank through the IFC. Rosebank International University is fully accredited by the South African Qualifications Authority, the British Accreditation Council, GTEC in Ghana, City Guild UK, and Capsicum Canary Studio. At Rosebank International University, we offer a Doctor of Business Administration, MBA, Master of Science and Master of Philosophy in Digital Marketing, Bachelor of Supply Chain Management, targeting professionals in freight forwarding, customs, etc. We also offer hospitality and culinary arts, available at diploma, undergraduate and postgraduate levels. Our ICT has BSc Information Technology in Business Systems and IT Computer Application Development, all carefully designed to equip you with the skills and qualifications needed for a successful global career. Our mission is simple: inspiring excellence. Admissions are now open for January 2026. Visit our modern campus at Airport Commercial Opebia House, Accra, or apply online at www.riuc.edu.gh. Rosebank International University, building global citizens.
And regarding the reduction in fuel prices, we've got Abbas Imoro, Public Relations Officer, GPRTU, on the telephone lines to speak to us. Alaji, good morning. Hello, Alaji.
Yeah, morning. Good morning, madam.
Alaji, good morning. This is TV3 reaching out to you this morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. And you?
We are well, by the grace of God. Alaji, many people are waiting for the fuel decrements to start reflecting right from this morning. Now, as GPRTU, what are you doing about it? Are we heading straight to the reduction as of this morning, or we would have to wait a little bit?
We have to wait a little bit, and we are still praying for more reductions.
Okay.
You see, we just don't increase lorry fares whenever we experience any increment in fuel prices. Likewise, any decrease. We don't run transport with only fuel. We have other components as well. So, for instance, the current lorry fare is as a result of 15% reduction on lorry fares. Why? It was on a single item which was reduced significantly. And that reduction attracts that 15% reduction. That was fuel. Other components which went up were still at their highest price. None of those components has ever experienced any reduction. Hence, we do that. So, we are explaining to the general public that yes, you've seen it, you are enjoying it, whatever decreases which comes as a result of fuel. As a professional driver, we have a little brief because that goes to us, yes. But this doesn't attract immediate reduction in lorry fares. They should bear with us that we have other components as well, even lubricants, which we are even thinking the way the dollar has been reduced would even affect to reduce the prices of oil, breadfruits. The prices are still higher, and even some has even gone up higher than it was. So currently, yes, we have experienced that, but we have to move forward a bit.
So, Mr. Amaro, let me get you clearly.
Yes.
Are you saying that we shouldn't expect any reduction because you don't think this is significant enough? So, reduction in fares?
Right.
Yeah, that is exactly because comparing to other components that we use to run transport, yes, is not significant enough to attract a fare reduction.
How fair is that to passengers who would argue that even if there was a little bit of increase in fuel prices, you would request that there is an upward adjustment in fares?
We don't do that. Normally, we come up with other components as well, which made up of an increment. Then we come up with it. So at a given time, we explain to everybody that this and that and that and that has made us to move from this to this increment.
But Alhaji, you just mentioned that these vehicles just don't run on fuel. That's not the only component. But then, yes, we agree. But the spare parts dealers, they just said that they have reduced their prices. People can attest to the fact that they have reduced their prices. Yes, we know that maybe mechanics for maintenance and all of that, they may not have reduced it. But the most important component, which is spare parts, they've reduced it. So why are you saying you are not going to adhere to this new directive?
I remember one of our people sat with, I think they are secretary, and he was running from, you see, we have to generalize issues. And he was able to pinpoint a particular vehicle which about 2 components has been reduced. And we are talking about general issues. General issues.
Wow. Well, we'll have to end it here.
Exactly.
Alhaji is not willing to reduce prices. Alhaji,
not me.
not you, but who? You are the one to tell your members that at least take one peso off or 2 pesos off because there's a 4% reduction. But you're saying that other components are so.
It doesn't work that way.
Alhaji, if this was a 10%, Alhaji, if this was a 10%, Alhaji, if this was a 10% or 15% decrement, would you have applied the new fees?
Oh, as usual, as we've been doing.
If this was
nobody expects transport operator will reduce lorry fares as low as 15%. Nobody are in the media. You know it. You traders, all of you. You see, so we don't cheat. We try to make sure we play it fair.
So, Alhaji, just give us a benchmark. You're saying 4% is too small for you to make any change. What is the percentage of reduction would you expect? Yes, that would cause you to reduce fare prices.
We don't have a particular percent, but 10% and above attracts something.
Well,
10% and above attracts something.
Beatrice, let Alhaji go and rest this morning.
Alhaji has to go and rest this morning. Alhaji Abbas tomorrow, he speaks for the GPRT. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're always welcome. You're always welcome.
Well, Alhaji says 4%.
It's not enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's woefully inadequate. It's insignificant for these transport fares to come down. And
I hope that people didn't start rejoicing that prices of fuel had gone down, so they were going to see a reduction in fare prices. Well, sorry, it looks like the GPRT may not be reducing prices for you, and so yeah, let's see what happens next. But that will be it for this morning's segment on New Day. When we come back, we'll bring you some more, including the big issue. So perhaps I should start with you, Mr. Owusu.
Yes.
Did this come to you as a surprise, first of all, the decision of the Supreme Court to suspend this parliamentary election rerun, supposed to have happened 30th, now the court is sitting on 13th of January 2026?
So, listening to the reason, I think the Supreme Court is right. If a party to a suit has not been served, because this was a writ filed or notice that you are supposed to notify all parties involved. So if a party to the suit has not been notified, then it only makes sense that they are notified properly. So it was right. It's not anything that is out of this world. It is just a normal thing that has happened. But I believe that a slap inevitably yours, you collect it fast. You understand? The slap is yours, you take it fast. I have said time with that number ever since the seat was declared vacant that I would rather advise Nyindam not to invest heavily in this election. He must save his money because now the wave in the country favors the National Democratic Congress. It is their time, and so any election, even if you don't take strongholds, either two places that we thought were strongholds of some political parties, if by chance there is a by-election, and you don't take care, the NDC could snatch it. But it is also, it must be a source of concern to the National Democratic Congress that the people of this country are giving you all that you need, the tools to deliver. It means the Ghanaians expect a certain outcome from all the votes, all the MPs that they are giving to you. They expect that there will be constitutional amendments. They expect that certain things that we have complained about, for instance, election of MMDCs and so on and so forth, the overwhelming majority that the party is having will be used to reconsider these positions and better or shape our narrative very well. But you see, in this world, it's very interesting. A couple of weeks ago, you were here when we heard Afenyo Markins bastardize the judiciary. You heard him.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, they went to the extent of calling them kangaroo court. And yesterday, when I heard the very same NPP lawyers in court coming out of the Supreme Court room and praising the judges, I said, what sort of word are we in? Only a couple of weeks you were standing behind the minority leader bastardizing the judiciary. Why? Because a ruling has been given. You know they are in Supreme Court, not on the substantive matter, but on technicalities. Shetorari, that the date for which the plaintiff filed...
It's supposed to be 21 days and it was done 32.
So they are not attacking the judgment itself.
Oh, but they said they disagreed with the High Court.
They have never disagreed anything. They agree with it. They should just let us move on and then. But what I want to point out this morning is that you just said that these judges were kangaroo. And today you are saying you are grateful, they are very good, the rule of law is working.
So they are being
I hope and pray that tomorrow they will not come back and tell us kangaroo. When they begin to do that, then the forces of conscience will begin to rise. That look, you cannot be pussyfooting. From where I sit, I believe that the court has started doing what is right under the able leadership of Justice Paul Bafuboni. Maybe the Ghanaian wasn't wrong. Maybe the Ghanaian wasn't wrong in settling on Justice Bafuboni. So that the New Patriotic Party that boycotted his nomination or his vetting, you remember they boycotted it.
But it wasn't Ghanaians who vetted him. It was a member of Ghanaians in parliament.
No, but the parliamentarians are representing all of us. Whatever decision they take there, it must come from us. It must not be from them. So whatever decision they take, it is presumed that it represents the entire country. And I'm saying that the Parliament of Ghana vetted Justice Paul Bafuboni and endorsed his nomination. They approved of it before he became the Chief Justice. Now the party, the minority party that boycotted his vetting, that claimed that this man was not going to be fair, who put together this team of judges, Puaman, Kolende, Esiedu, Amadou Tanko. Remember what they said about poor man during the committee hearing of Justice Tokonu? They took him to the cleaners. And here was Poorman, and here was Asiedu, and here was Amadou Tanko sitting on the very case, going through the motion and saying that no, suspend this rerun. You see how beautiful the word is? And these people that shown Justice Poorman comes back and said that we are so grateful. You are so grateful.
So you're accusing the MPP of being hypocritical.
This one, you don't need any Solomon to tell you. No, my name is Solomon. They are so hypocritical that we must not be entertaining some of this hypocrisy. If you want to be hot, be hot. If you want to be cold, be cold.
But what is wrong with, we have freedom of speech and expression in Ghana's constitution. What is wrong with disagreeing with something when you don't feel convinced
so
about it?
So freedom of speech must also come with responsibility. Was there the need for the minority to have described the judiciary as being kangaroo? Was there the need? What changed between the period of your press conference and the last ruling? For which reason you have made a 360-degree turnabout and say that the judiciary is good. And that's what I'm saying, that I'm putting this caveat there. That we don't want to hear them say tomorrow that the Supreme Court or the judges are biased. When they do that, they don't mean well.
Earlier, you were saying that a slap that is yours must be taken very fast. So the slap was for which one?
No, the slap, I have said that Nyindam must not invest in this election.
Okay, so it was for Nyindam.
Any attempt, if they will give them a landslide, he will lose by a whooping difference. And so I believe that maybe the court can save the situation for him. It is the time of the NDC. It is 2028. That the United Party will put up formidable candidates across the 276 constituencies in this country, and that is where we will give the National Democratic Congress the match of their lives.
You know what? The statement you just made,
yes,
that of course the way favors the NDC, like you're saying,
yes,
but when it comes to Pandai, Musa Dankwa poster says that yes, it's too close to call, but the current survey favors the MPP.
Let me tell you something. Chusubidi, you know Chusubidi?
Which one is that?
Musa Dankwa has expressed an opinion, percentages here and there. If the election are taking place on the 30th of December, mind you, the date is what? 30th of December. It's within the Yuletide period. I'm a Ghanaian. I have been in politics for a long time. I am on the ground. Who would not love to eat chicken during Christmas? Did Musa Dankwa factor in those that are going to eat chicken during Christmas? In this country, Beatrice, if you like say that you want to be the president of this country and begin to move from house to house and ask them, are you going to vote for me? Then all of them will tell you they will vote for you. Because this is a country that we never want to offend the sensibility of anybody. You are going to vote during Christmas and people are of expectation. You say, Musa Dankwa says it's too close. It is never too close. It is nowhere close. And I can tell you that few days to the elections, Musa Dankwa will come and say that it looks like NDC will take it. These are some of the jargons.
Dr. Zato, this morning I saw you very excited. I don't know whether Mr. Wusu has best your Bible already with his analysis of things.
I'm happy that Tanko Rashid is here. He doesn't have any bees things. The bees chased some people away. He said he was there, but I think he was saved by the wrath of the gods. So I'm happy for his life. That is why I'm happy. Sometimes if the gods don't approve of what you are doing, they send bees to come and chase you away. So I'm just saying, thank God for the life of my brother Tanko Rashid here. That you were there, right? And when the bees were coming, what did you do? Did you hide that? I want to know your escape plan.
I declined the invitation.
No, I'm just saying. You are not surprised. How did he escape the bees attack?
Were you attacked by the bees?
I said that's why I declined his invitation.
He said the attack is Mustafa Gbande. But that why? Because Mustafa Gbande doesn't have the powers he has. We have to investigate. National security must investigate the bees.
But the bees, they can't produce honey for us. They can only attack human beings.
They came with honey. That's why the bees were there.
Village bees.
So that's why I'm happy. Yeah. But look, the elders have spoken. The Supreme Court has done what sometimes you expect the Supreme Court to do. They have come in as the elders. The children, and by the children I mean the politicians, both political parties, parliament holders, they have had their say. The Supreme Court, and I'm happy. I always prefer this amount of calm when there's a Supreme Court ruling. That they are the elders, they're the final arbiters, that whenever they come and speak, the whole country should be able to take a sigh of relief. that the whole country would sit down and say, okay, because we're after sober reflections. Remember, politics is all about interest, rational self-interest. So no politician will come and whatever they are doing or will come and tell you that what they are doing it's an interest. So the NDC has a vested interest and the NPP has a vested interest. That interest has been transferred to Parliament. The parliamentarians also have their interest. The majority leader in Parliament and his leadership have a responsibility to increase their numbers, to protect their numbers. The minority leader and his leadership also have a responsibility to protect their leaders and to carry it on. Both, so it's about interest. The only people who are not supposed to have interest or who don't have any interest at all is the Supreme Court. They're the only people that can say that we can say whatever we say, we can rule whatever and damn the consequences. And this particular ruling has done that. So you can say, thank you for the Supreme Court for at least for the short time we know that we will spend Christmas without all the noise. The people of Pandai will spend their Christmas in peace without all the Land Cruisers, the Pajaros, the big cars making noise and disturbing them. They will spend their Christmas in peace. But there's something strange about the ruling from a non-legal perspective. It's a win. It seems to be a win-win-win for everybody.
Okay.
Now, usually, I find that strange because most court rulings are a lot winners and losers. But this seems to be a win-win for all. One, you saw the lawyers of Honorable Nyendam yesterday happy, thanking the court for obviously staying this and pray that. And they went ahead to say that based on that, they think that the final case, they have merit and that they can win. Now, you also seen the NDC members, especially my brother here, very happy. So one ruling, both are happy. It cannot be so. There has to be reason why, because they all have the same interest. They all have the same. They all want the seat. So both of them cannot be happy about the ruling. That is now where you now begin to see where these conjectures and conspiracies are coming. For him, he's saying that the NPP has just delayed their defeat. So the idea is that...
points Mr. Owusu made.
Yes, but now you made a point. Current polling actually shows that the NPP candidate has momentum. Current polling shows that if elections were held today, he will win.
Just a slight...
yes, that's momentum. That's what I'm saying. Current polling shows that he has a momentum, shows that he is ahead, shows that he has the favor of the people. So the argument then is that this ruling may help, the longer it gets, it may erode that goodwill. So from that perspective, you can then celebrate. There are people that are saying that it is just a ruling that will help the NDC in the long run because they have grounds to make. Remember, he lost about 3,000 votes, and the contested ones had only 500, so about 10,000. So if you take it, so they have to make up that number. So from that perspective, it looks like it is the one only buying time for the NDC to catch up.
Already, Musa Dankwa said that it was too close to call. And I remember after he released that survey, I spoke to him and he said that things could still change.
Of course, the polling is I understand. You go to a poll, you take a poll of how events will be now. The question is if election, the question you ask if elections were held today. Elections are not held today. But I'm saying that polling also always gives you kind of a roadmap going forward to see where am I standing from. And sometimes polling is one of the things that helps you to know whether you should invest in this election or should not, because it gives you an idea. So if he had goodwill, and that same poll says that people like him, he's a likable person, he's on the ground, the people like him, the people admire him, and the people like his way. Because another thing they said was that he's a very vocal person in Parliament. This guy, the other guy, was in Parliament for a very long one of the, nobody hardly heard about him. So he had some very good attributes, the likability issues, the representation issues going for Nyendam. So the argument then is that it is this ruling will, in the favor, help provide more time and probably more ammunition. For instance, Rashid Tanko here would have preferred to sit at home and spend Christmas with his family. He may only go there on the last minute. Now, if we extend it, he will shop the Christmas and New Year and finish. Now you have full time to go and be there, So that is on their side. The other side then is that the NDC intentionally did not go up to do this because they knew that they need more time. That if it comes now, they will lose. Either way, if you look at it, that their candidate is not very popular, it's not very likable, it's not the grounds enough. So let's buy more time to repackage him and to remarket him and then send him there.
But you heard the argument of Mr. Owusu.
Yes.
The wave favors NDC.
But the polls do not favor them in this. I'm talking about the poll. I don't know how you measure wave. I have no statistic to measure wave, but I have statistics to measure poll. And there's a current poll. There's a current poll. Are you poo-hooing Musa Dakwa? Are you poo-hooing him? Are you saying he's not done a good job?
Well, but I have given you my statistics. I'll give you the poll.
Publish them. Publish your statistics.
It will be a landslide victory for the NDC president.
That's a conjecture, it's not statistics.
Which one is the conjecture?
You said it will be a landslide.
Don't worry.
So my point is that we can proceed based on what we have. No. A poll can end up, but right now, the poll says that momentum is on the side of Nyendam, that he's likable, he's vociferous, defends his people, and he's the man on the ground. And that's it. Of course, it's a by-elections, and I know. If you look at some of the budgets being thrown around, as what happened in Equatia, you can just imagine a constituency like Equatia, Pandai, if that amount of money enters there, money can move mountains.
Yeah.
If Mohammed will not go to the mountain will go to Mohammed. And I know Rashid Tanko is they will go there with the money and it can change things. And that is probably also why the extension seems to be excited. Because I've never seen somebody this excited that what he wanted it has been taken away from
So
them.
he's here, Mr. Tanko. Is it true that you're very excited because you thought you were going to lose, so this gives you time to
is it true that the beast chased him first?
Let me say good morning to the good people of Panda. It's a beautiful place. They are my neighbors. I love them. Panda is a very beautiful place. I'm sure these days my good friend Dr. Zato and Solomon will make time to visit.
No, you will come
Panda is a nice. I love them. They are nice people over there. I've been there severally, and then they are happy that we are coming to have this rerun. I mean, to correct the wrongs that was perpetuated by the MPP and then with their crooked supporters from the Electoral Commission. I mean, the judge in his ruling made copious reference to some of these fraudulent activities that was perpetuated. I'll just give you an example. Like, if you look at the general election, the threshold for each polling station was 750. You're not supposed to get more than 750. I mean, at each polling station. That was the highest you could get in terms of registered voters for each polling stations. In Panda, the judge in his ruling made reference to that. Some polling stations voted up to 1,400.
Hey.
Yes. That's the thing they are not telling people. I'm saying people who expose them big time, come 13th. They're just lucky that we're not in court yesterday because they didn't serve us. We're not served.
Because they said they were finding it difficult, which is why the court granted the substituted service.
I am saying that the MPP lawyers are lazy people. The gentleman is in Kanda. He's busy campaigning. He has no business being in Accra. He wants to reclaim his seat. You want him to come and be cooling off in Accra. He's in Kanda campaigning. We were with him. This beast in here is talking of. He was there.
But the court saw reason in
I'm saying that is right. It's part of the legal, I would call it legal gymnastic. You go and pretend that you have been looking for Dr. Zato, you are not getting him. So they should give you window to go for substituted service. And they adduce, because your other partner, Zato, is not there to argue it out, then the court will say, okay, we have seen you are suffering to get him. Go through this route to get him. That one there is part of the legal process. We have no qualms with that. But they are lazy people. Because the man is there. He's a responsible man. Wakpal is a very young man, very responsible. He's been an MP before. For the past 2 years, he has not traveled out of the country.
Dr. Zato says you're trying to repackage.
I am saying that the gentleman is loved by the people in Pandai. Now, the judge saw through these tricks that the MPP connived with the Electoral Commission to rig the election. 1,400, one polling station, another 1,200. So when they are talking of 3,000, know where it's coming from. 2 polling stations, they've already gotten 2,000 votes. That is a true polling station. We are talking of 152 polling stations.
But
so they did all these things. We went to court. I said, Tuesday, I wish your people will be there on this 13th. We will expose them. They are fraudulent people, MPP. Very fraudulent people. And we expose the fraud. In fact, our lawyers have filed. We have filed an affidavit in opposition to what they are trying to get in the High Court to expose how fraudulent MPP are and their group. We filed a motion, an application on 23rd December 2024, challenging the declaration of the resource. Do you know what they did? They went and filed a motion in the High Court, asking the High Court to dismiss our application of 23rd.
You mean the stay of execution?
No, that's what I'm telling you, the chronology, where these people are, say how fraudulent MPP are. And when they filed that one, and moved the motion on the 6th of January. They came with a further application. In fact, this one was supplementary application. In that supplementary application, which was filed on the 10th, paragraph 8 of it, they brought Gazette notification dated 6th January 2025 that the High Court should rely on. This is the Gazette notification from Electoral Commission dated 6th January 2025 for the Pandaya constituency, and therefore they should dismiss our application. You see
and
how
that's something that we'll have to verify in terms
no,
of getting
I'm telling you that.
information.
See, today we were exposed. They were lucky we were not in court yesterday. When they did that, we followed them through to file another application challenging what they have brought. Then on 21st, when they moved the motion with that application, which they were trying to tell the court that on the 6th of January 2025, Electoral Commission gazetted the parliamentary election. So we say, oh, if that is the case, then we will also file a discontinuation of our 23rd one that we filed in order to rely on your document that you brought, which the court agreed because you exhibited it, and the Electoral Commission did not challenge it. The Electoral Commission was second respondent to the matter. They didn't challenge it. The 6th January one. So we rely on that one, discontinue our 23rd. The court awarded cost against NDC, 7,000 we paid for discontinue our 23rd one. You see how hypocrites MPP are? Now and filed a fresh one on 25th, based on your 6th January 2025 that you brought MPP.
And indeed,
Zato
the technicality,
people brought
as you're talking about, is the 21 days versus the 32
so
days.
calculate 6th January to 25th and tell me how many days.
And these are arguments that will be made in court on 13th.
Good. So I'm
when the
telling
court
you
sits.
that you cannot use this to let the court agree to you that yes, the thing was gazetted on the 6th. You brought it and told the court. The Electoral Commission did not file any affidavit in opposition to what you have brought. And we all agree, case management, we all agree on the 6th January document. So let's start the process. 11 months, we cross-examine the lawyers. That's why I say they are lazy lawyers for MPP who are doing this thing. For 11 months. We all rely on your document, which is 6th January 2025. You brought it. It wasn't NDC who brought it.
You accuse the MPP of being fraudulent and spelling out what you claim the MPP did during the election period. But if you go to the fundamental issues, the MPP had a problem with the High Court ruling because it said if there are irregularities in 41 polling stations, why annul the entire 150?
That is where I say they are fraud. They are not telling their people the truth. They know. I can let your people put it out there. The written address of their lawyer for Martin Yindam. His written address went to a closing addresses to the court, filed on 14th November 2025. In that one, he made reference to 14 reliefs that were seeking for 14. One of them was nullify all the election results because the violation of Regulation 43 of CI 127 is there. Call for a rerun of the entire election. There was no way we said we are going in for only 41. Their lawyer himself made reference to all these things. What are they doing? Why are they punishing their MPP supporters like this? These are the things they do. When they go to court and they dismiss them, then they'll come and be running down the court. Yesterday, I'm happy for them that they were clapping hands for their own people that they ran down. Look at Justice Pwama. I was happy my good friend was talking, and I was expecting Dr. Zato to talk about it.
You have the opportunity to.
The MPP, you see, they shouldn't be doing these things. This primary school propaganda doesn't help them. And they should stop it. Because they know if somebody take a gun and there's a shot, everybody has seen a shot, pam, and they has killed a human being, okay, then we know that you have caused a murder. Then you go to court and said, because the gun has a trigger, I didn't use my finger to trigger the shot. I rather use my foot to trigger. And so, therefore, they should dismiss the case against us for murder because I didn't use my finger. That is what they are trying to do. That is what they are trying to do. And we will not allow them to benefit from this. We will continue. In fact, they are just deferring their defeat. Let them suspend their defeat. I'm sure because of the Burunya, they want to have some. That's why they have gone to do this kind of thing. It won't help them. They will still get the defeat. We will follow them. On the 13th, we will be in court and we will make sure that we advance this, how fraudulent MPP how they have coerced and I don't want to use this term. See, Zato will say, But I'll say they are false representation before the court. That's what they did. By bringing the 6th January one and indicating that that is the Gazette, and the Electoral Commission accepted same. Today, you cannot go to court and say there's another 24 December one. Where is it coming from?
Dr. Zato, Mr. Tanko Computer is turning the tables on you in terms of you trying to use the Bronya or Christmas to
where I come from, we believe in the gods and their ancestors. And if the gods and the ancestors want to punish you or send a message to you, they have different ways. They can use thunder. And they can use beasts. The gods and the ancestors of Pandai were happy with the unholy activities that he were having there. So you know what the gods and the ancestors of Pandai did? They unleashed beasts. Everything were broad daylight. So if you, whatever he's saying, if they went to Pandai, okay, based on a pure heart, pure intentions, if they had the goodwill of the people of Pandai had, the gods of Pandai would not release beasts on them. If they went there seeking the welfare and the interest of the people of Pandai, the gods of Pandai would not release beasts on them.
But beasts and
they went, I'm telling you why, because the gods hate nonsense. The gods hate cheating. The gods hate fraud. And the way the gods will let you know what you are doing is unholy, unfair, and impure is when they release them on you in broad daylight. Where we come from, we know these things happen. So everything he's saying, yes, look, court, you realize mostly I refrain from this because it is about who goes there and say what. There are so many documents. I've seen the 24th Gazette. I've seen it. So you've also seen the Gazette. So it's not about how you go and argue your case in court. So that one day we cannot say because of the no. The documents exist. You have them. I've also seen the reliefs that the NDC kind was seeking for. And if you look at from relief 1 to, I've said this before, and a lawyer told me that yes, you could go seeking 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, then the last relief the court will give. So yes, it's true that in his reliefs, I have the reliefs here 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 5. He was talking about 41 police stations, total 51. But of course, I've also told that the judge now has the right to say that I will give that, I can give that control, and some, because that's why sometimes the judge will throw in any other reliefs that the court wishes. So yes, but it's true that, look, I have the list of 1, 2, 3, 4, but focus on, yes, I'm telling you that the top, I remember I asked this question one day, when lawyers are asking for reliefs, did they arrange them hierarchical in order of importance? I asked this question, somebody said no. Because if it is, then you will say that the most important relief I'm seeking for is the first one. The first one is 41 seats. The second one, 41 police stations, and so on. But I've been told that no. So the court did that. That's what I'm saying, that because they are legal arguments, I will leave that. But I don't think it is now then fair for you to now say that they're being fraudulent. No. Because if you go to court to make your case and you don't win, it doesn't mean they're fraudulent. If they were fraudulent, the court will find them. They are officers of the court. The court will find them. By now, they will be before the General Legal Board. So they are not fraudulent. You go and you make a case. Pardon?
Perhaps it's too early.
No. So far, nothing has demonstrated that any lawyer has been fraudulent in court. That's what I say. The judges, the High Court hasn't established any fraud. So far, the Supreme Court has not. The Court of Appeal has not. Because these are experienced lawyers. I know the Tommy lawyer. He was my junior in court, lawyer Sylvester Sang. Nice, smart, intelligent guy. Okay, he made his case genuinely. They don't win the case, they are here. And so I don't know the one who went to Supreme Court very well, but I know his son because he was my junior in Commonwealth. He's a vandal too, you know. And vandals, the truth stands sharp. We always speak the truth and we stand there. So he's a nice, smart, intelligent, hardworking lawyer. The point I'm making is that yes, once the case goes to court, let me say it's a coin toss. Anybody can win, anybody can lose. But I'm saying is that, so we have to go beyond the court. There was once time somebody said, let's go to Antoanyama. They have gone to Antoanyama. The gods have rendered their verdict. And the verdict of the gods is that what you are doing is impure, what you are doing is unfair, what you are doing angers the gods. So they release the beast on them. Now, he lives closer. He's considered a little closer to Panda. That's why they saved him as a son. So probably they consider him as an adopted son of the place. That's what they say. And they are telling you, don't come back. If you go back there, you meet the wrath of the gods. Because when the gods speak, you must listen. So that is the whole thing.
That is the whole thing you say. So you're saying that the gods have found what the NDC is doing as impure.
Impure, unfair, yes.
And yet you agree with the documents Mr. Tanko Computer says he's seen. You're saying that you've seen those documents.
No, there are documents like the Gazette he's talking about.
Yes.
There's a Gazette of the 24th.
Yes.
So if you go by that, it's there, then you will see that the case that MP lawyers are making is meritorious. There's also another gazette that he's not talking about. So if you also go by that case, his arguments to make is moratorium. The question is, which of the gazettes? I think the High Court chose your one of them, but that is why the Supreme Court is there. The point I'm making is, I don't want to always go into the legal gymnastics because I will fail there, because that's not where I come to the politics. In this case, I come to the gods, because there I know a thing or two about
yes,
them.
But the question I wanted to ask you, the question was that somehow these documents seem to give credence to the argument he's making.
No,
so
they don't.
Would you agree that
they don't give.
it's
I've
dead
told
on
you, if there are two gazette documents, one of them gives credence to what the MPP is saying.
Yeah.
Another one gives credence to what he is saying. So they don't give credence to him. So the question the court may say, which one of these gadgets should we agree on? If it says a gentleman agreement, that is what I'm saying. Yes, there could be gentleman agreement, there could be conventions that you say, let's do this. But I don't know whether the court, when they go to court, they will say, okay, let's agree with the 24th December gazette, or let's agree to this. That I leave that to the court. But if you, that's what I'm not saying it's a coin toss. If the Supreme Court goes with the 24th December gazette date, then it means that their case has to ensue. If he doesn't go with that and also goes to the other one, it means that the MPP's case too has to ensue. Whatever it is, somebody will someone to bet. I'm saying that the good people of Pandai have made a decision, and their God support their decision. That's why they never attacked Nyindam and his people, no, because they're like, this is our son in whom we are pleased with. But these people are usurpers, and the gods find a way of dealing with usurpers, and that's how they dealt with them.
Mr. Ozu.
So, my brother Robert Coleman is currently in the northern region, and the way you are talking about goals and the fact that you can release bees, I know he's constructing a beautiful AstroTurf at Ghanasco.
Oh, that's good.
And
the AstroTurf guy.
So,
yes, yeah.
So
nice
Robert Coleman, take care of yourself.
Oh, no, he's safe. He's doing a good thing. The gods like him to do good things. No, nothing will release on him. Nothing.
But if indeed
I've consulted the gods and they say he's safe.
Able to unleash bees.
Yes.
To deal with people that steal elections, then I'm very surprised that from the outcome of what took place at the court, Nyindam has not been attacked by bees. Because the net effect of the ruling from the court is that Nyindam stole the elections. That is the long and short of it. So then the bees are village bees.
Of course.
These bees are discriminatory. These bees are not truthful bees. Because if they were going to go with the truth, they should be attacking not just Nyindam, but anybody from the New Patriotic Party that went there and did a campaign for Nyindam.
In other words, they are not backed by the gods.
No, there is no God business here. Look, I have told you. It's a bread and butter matter. Don't let anybody deceive you. I have said, and let me repeat, read my lips. When the election is held today, it will be an emphatic victory for the National Democratic Congress. This one, you don't need any Solomon. Yes, my name is Solomon, but you don't need me here. It is a reality on the ground. It is the reason why, remember, immediately the court pronounced that there has to be a rerun at the High Court level. The NPP, through its minority, organized a press conference, passed the judiciary. From there, what did they do? They filed a stay of execution, and they went further to the appeals court and also to the Supreme Court to file certiorari, just to quash the matter. If they were that confident, I have listened to Nyindam in all this. What he's saying is that if the NDC was going to stop sending CEOs, ministers, deputy ministers to Pandai and do not dash out anything and ensure a level playing field, he will win. And I asked him, Nyindam, were you in this country when Asin North took place? In fact, in Asin North, anybody that mattered in the New Patriotic Party was there, including President Akufo-Addo. That was the day they went on the stage and said Alan Tremantin will not speak. They took the microphone. You remember that day?
Yes.
But the NDC won that election.
Alan Tremantin was there doing what?
He was
campaigning for the MPP guy.
Of course.
Oh yeah, you know, the MPP blood in him is
There's no
deep.
MPP used to be UP metamorphosed into what PP moved into PFP moved to MPP, and the MPP has moved to the UP, which is our party. Now all of you are coming, and at the end of the day, after 31st, now that it has entered into husband and wife business. You know now they are attacking themselves. Kennedy and the fiancé or the baby mama. You see the blows, the punches.
Please, don't bring baby mama business into this. What has Kennedy done? This money, what has Kennedy done? You are bringing his baby mama.
But Adwoa Safo obviously was just declaring her support.
No, but Beatrice, you see, I am so saddened. And I listened to Kennedy Japan. I think he has been treated unfairly by the camp of Bawumia. This morning, I don't wish him well in this campaign, but Beatrice, if there is anybody who has been dealt a raw deal by the MPP, there is not that Kennedy Japan. But I dare say,
You said nobody has been
we are not part of the MPP.
After you campaign, they are saying no, you are no more part.
Look,
okay.
How can anybody look straight into Kennedy Japan and say that he's mad? It has come from the Bawumia camp. How can Adwoa Safo, someone that you have 2 kids, denigrate him? But unfortunately for Adwoa Safo, she rather did a campaign for Kennedy Japan.
That's fine. If you could just arrive at the point you.
That's the point I'm making. So it is linked to it is not personal life. It is campaign. Adwoa Safo made the point that Adwoa Safo made the point that she has 2 kids.
She mentioned it
with Kennedy Japan. I didn't say.
Yes, but I want you.
So let me link it to that Panda.
Yes, I want you to do that and move it.
Let me link Adwoa Safo.
I want you to.
So the line of argument is that, and you remember that Nyendam had also cornered himself with the Bawumia camp. Remember that he's in the Bawumia camp. So yesterday when Kennedy was posed that question, are you going to go to Pandai to help Nyendam? This was his answer. Well, I don't know the terrain very well. It's not true. Kennedy knows Pandai very well. Now, by the way the NDC has been behaving of late, they will take the seat. This is a man speaking reality. And I will be very surprised that Kennedy and Brian will support Nyendam, because if you allow Nyendam to go back to parliament, he will go and use it to bamboozle you people and make sure that the delegates of Pandai vote for Bawumia. So if I am Kennedy, and if I am Brian, if I am Educhum, if I am Kwabena Japan, though I don't know why Kwabena and Educhum are still in the race, I will still call for the NDC to move in swiftly and make sure that Nyendam loses. Because it will help them. So that is what you are dealing with.
See what he's
but
doing.
the point is that
you're giving tactics to people on how to tear down
let him land on this point and I'll come to you.
Why would I not land?
Let him land and I'll come to you.
The MPP is UP.
And they're living rent-free. You know that, right?
And you are under S. The truth of the matter is that after 31st, the party is kaput. And we will welcome them. But we will not accept anybody with blood stains. If you go and fight and there are blood on your hands, you will not accept
But
it.
from the way you're talking, it looks like you'd accept Kennedy Japan.
Oh, why not?
Okay.
No, he must join us if he really wants to be relevant in Ghana politics. Because the way they have insulted him, 10 sins of Kennedy Japan, all the sins that they have been accusing of, he did it to benefit the MPP.
But he
I have never
also
liked his politics. Is that what?
He also attacked the MPP. There were a lot of things he said that a number of the MPP
Let me tell you
guys
something.
were not happy
All
with.
of us were taken to school to learn sense. You understand? If someone is doing something that is wrong, don't say because you and the person are in the same party, you will not speak about it. That is how political parties get destroyed. Call the person out, let the person change, and it will reform the party. Kennedy Japan called you people out and said, ABC that you were doing. In fact, this morning I have to go and give him an invoice, because what I've done here is I know, but I don't wish him well in this campaign. Yes, I don't wish him well in this campaign. But what I'm saying is that,
but you have indirectly campaigned for him.
Oh, but you know, I was saddened to see Adwoa Safo go the way she went. But at the end of the day, if I was in the Kennedy camp, I'd rather wave the white handkerchief, because Adwoa Safo rather campaign for Kennedy Japan. I'd rather, if I were Kennedy Japan, I would play the emotional keyboard. You see, when Adwoa Safo was fighting against Michael Quay, because Kennedy knew that he had something to do with Adwoa Safo, he went and supported you, Adwoa Safo. You understand? In spite of everything, he came to support you. Now you have an opportunity to remain neutral or support one, somebody that you would benefit between you and Adwoa Safo. So Kennedy, in an unlikely event, because in 2028, Alan Chamate will be there. And that reminds me, yesterday there was a powerful summit, Africa Summit, that had a lot of beautiful discussions that your people were there. Between Ajosafo and UB, should Kennedy become president, who will benefit? Knowing very well that he has children with her.
Okay, so I want you to land on your thoughts regarding Pandai, and I'll go to Mr. Tanko Computer.
In London, all that I can say is that Nyendam must keep the small amount of money he has in his bank account. He must not go and play rough with it. He should just save it. Life, there is life after politics, and make sure that he and the family, if there is no way, if the election, the Supreme Court allows it, he will make any impact.
Mr. Tanko Computer, at the end of the day, you're also looking at the implication or the impact of this on the people. We saw how the court case affected Asin North and the fact that the people were not represented. That's something that the NDC must equally be concerned about.
Well, you see, I am saying that on 13th January, it will be a very beautiful day because we are going to expose them big time. Big time. Look. All along, I have their written address here. The MP, that's why I'm saying they are lazy people. The written address of the MPP second respondent lawyer, when he addressed the court on the 14th, is here. 14th, in fact, it was filed here. The whole document is here. 14th, look at it, 14th November at the Tamale High Court, 14th November 2025. That's the written address. Look at written address filed for on behalf of the first respondent by counsel for second respondent. This is his document he filed to the court. They are fraudulent people. When we are going to cite them, we have particulars of fraud that we are going to present to the Supreme Court to see how fraudulent NPP were trying to use the Tamale High Court. And when we stop them, they now run to the Supreme Court and trying to hide behind statutory and trying to use get judicial review. It won't happen. And look, 3 issues were set down for trial at the case management stage, which they participated. This is the document from their lawyers. 3 issues were set out. One was what Dr. Zato talked about, the 41. The 41 was evidence that we adduce from the Form 8A, that is the parliamentary primary, the one you call pink sheets. That was telling that they got some polling station, 1,400. Dr. Zato, you were contesting in one of the primaries in your constituency. Do you have any polling station that is up to 1,400? So your people were recording 1,400 in Pandaya. That was the first one. We said whether or not the irregularities and inconsistencies contained in Form 8A, that is what we're talking in the 41 areas. Then
are you saying that the numbers was more than those in the register?
The register should not be more than 750.
So
how can you vote 1,400?
So how is that the problem of the candidate?
But he benefited from it.
No. If you say that the
benefited from it,
that's one thing. If it is due to the incompetence of the EC and did your agent sign?
Hold on, see.
Did your agent sign?
Let me come.
No, you are saying this agent did they sign?
I'm saying that.
I'm asking the question. Did the agent sign?
Dr. Zato, I'll come to you after Mr. Tanko.
Dr. Zato, listed. You see, I'm afraid this morning you are very nice. Look, that's the first one. Then we have another, whether or not the non-compliance of Regulation 39 of Public Election Regulation 2020 CI 39 vitiate all what has happened in the constituency. And then the last one, whether or not the non-compliance with the Regulation 43 of Public Election Regulation 2020 CI 127 rendered the entire results of the parliamentary election in Pandaya constituency void. These were the 3 issues set down for trial. The NPP had no issues with the 3 issues. They agreed with it. Then we started. The whist of Pim. By February, we have started.
But we had some of them saying that they didn't, and it was a point I made earlier, that if it is 152, and you have issues in 41, why annul everything?
Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes.
And which one? What did we say here?
The last one.
The last one, what is it talking about?
You're saying that they didn't have issues.
And listen to that one. They are saying that rendered the entire resource. The entire resource, we are referring to what? 152. That's what we are saying. As void. After we have gone through the matter, they've written all these things, our addresses cross-examining, by 24th November, the court has come to conclusion that it is true that all that happened, the irregularity was so wide that it affected 152 polling stations. So we have upheld your application and therefore nullified the election.
And
Go
so
for a
don't be
rerun.
crying now.
So why would the NPP not tell people we ascended to this and we all went through this and now you are running around in town telling people it's 41 policies?
Beyond this,
And then the last one, I'm saying particulars of fraud. These people are fraudulent people. You came to court with the 6th January 2025 Gazette notification document supporting your motion that they should dismiss our application. We rely on that. The Electoral Commission was there. They didn't say it's not correct. The Electoral Commission was a party to the case. We cross-examined them with the same document, the 6th November, of which the Electoral Commission has no problem. Dr. Zato, my good friend, Sylvester, you know, he was my junior in a training college.
He was my junior.
Yes, he's a very nice young man. We're very smart, very young man. I know him.
Yes.
But you see, lawyers are smart.
Why you collect a lawyer money? He didn't share with you.
I told look for him. You see, lawyers are smart, and in this case, he was trying to play smart.
He's
you
a
get
smart
that?
guy.
Because he saw that they have no case.
Lawyers would always take advantage of which one.
That is what I'm saying. So he came with the 6th January. So MPP should rather be going for them, attacking them, and stop wasting everybody time in
So
court.
let me get your understanding. I'll come to you very quickly.
Yes.
Let me get your understanding of what the MPP said that, for instance, and we heard some of the lawyers say even yesterday that they didn't agree that the High Court had jurisdiction over this very matter. If you look at Article 99(1), it says the High Court shall have jurisdiction to hear and determine any question whether a person has been validly elected as a member of Parliament or the seat of a member has become vacant or a person, that's B, has been validly elected as a Speaker of Parliament. Okay, this doesn't concern this one. And it says a person aggrieved by the determination of the High Court under this article may appeal to the Court of Appeal. So in this case, we are sticking to 1A, which says a person has been validly elected as a member of Parliament or the seat of a member has become vacant. How do you understand the argument of the MPP that the High Court didn't even have jurisdiction over this?
They have jurisdiction. When they were filing the motion for the dismissal of our application, they came with a supplementary affidavit supporting that this 6th January was the properly gazetted document. They used that document. So the High Court looked at the document. The Electoral Commission, which brought that document, which gazetted it, didn't oppose that document. So what are you saying? Are you saying that the court didn't have jurisdiction? When the man who brought the gazette is not the Electoral Commission. They themselves were there. They were a party. But they didn't see anything wrong with that gazette. At the time they're setting down the 3 areas for trial, the Electoral Commission lawyers were there. And were saying that, so at that point, if the Electoral Commission raised issue that, look, we didn't gazette the thing on the 6th, are you getting it? January 2024, as brought by the MPP, then the matter would have so much died, finished.
I want to come to you, Dr. Zato.
But you see, this one, so that's what I'm saying. Who has fraudulently misrepresented themselves in court? Is the MPP.
Before I come to you, Dr. Zato, there's a message from, there's no name, but it says the MPP showed weakness in strategic thinking and political decision-making. This ruling has clearly favored the NDC. The longer the delay, the more resources can be deployed and the more projects can be executed in the constituency. The MPP should have gone ahead with the election. The margin might well have been marginal.
Look, what I'm saying is that sometimes the gods have a way of speaking.
You are returning to the gods.
Of course, I'm anchoring my presentation today on the gods. That's his problem. That's his problem. Today I'm anchoring my presentation on the gods because the gods have read the verdict. They've chased the NDC out of Pandai and they've told us, stay away with your impure thoughts. Stay away with your fraudulent thoughts. Stay away with your ideas. We don't want to hear one piece. So the gods have already chased them. And now the spirit, so I'm going with the gods. I'm happy they've spared your life and they've spared everybody's life. But it's a warning. The gods have told you, in fact, they say that the gods must be crazy. These gods are not crazy. These gods have told you that, look, we will not allow this nonsense on our land. But Africans, we must go back to our gods. We've listened that and it has led us astray. So they've done that. Thank God they've told you. So next time you want to go to Kwanda, you either come and see me for fortification or you know that this will happen to you again. Because you're my friend, that's why they spared you. The gods have rendered their verdict and they've told the ADC to stay out. If I was them, I would just listen to the gods and I would say that. And I would say that we won't go back there again. But I know they will go. And you are right. Where you landed, that is why computer is smiling today. That's why it's happy today. That's why the NDC, I would say that they conveniently made themselves unavailable to be saved. They conveniently they went and hit the guy. That is part of the reason why the beast.
He said he was.
I am telling you that is part of the reason why the beast attacked them. If you want me to decode it, he said when they say activate, this is a code. I'm going to tell the beast attack is a code, and I have the key to unlocking the code. And I'm telling you, he hit. That's why they are telling you, if you are man enough, stand, raise your hand, and be saved. He wasn't man enough. That is why they brought out the beast.
The man belongs to the NDC, and he says he was campaigning in the constituency.
They saved his life because he's a son. He's close to that place. That's why they have saved his life. The God has spoken. But the point, come on, look, as I said again, you can go back to these issues. Argue like this. I have seen the affidavit for the 24th. I haven't seen the January 2 affidavit. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. It exists. So the question then becomes, if you go to court with two affidavits, so maybe the court is the court supposed to choose one? Is the court supposed to choose one? If they are both valid, from what you're saying, you have two affidavits in the system.
Well, you'll be based on
two
the
very valid.
Right.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's more of a coin toss at this, because if the court accepts any of them, the person will win. Right? They will do that. So that's why I'm saying that it's gone there. But the question is this: for me, I think that there's a convention, a political convention, that people should not be penalized if it is administrative. Listen on them. People stood in line to vote. People left their jobs to go and vote. People left their children to go and vote. People left things. They stood in the blazing sun, in the harmattan weather, some of them for hours to vote. So from that political perspective, I think that courts should be protecting votes cast. Courts should be protecting votes in the system, so that you don't take the good ones, or you don't let this few dirty votes, you are called in this way, spoil the good ones. If we can all agree, and it has been argued in court, that in these 41 police stations, they were dirty. What about the ones that were clean? What about the mother that left the baby in the house to go and stand and stand?
You heard what Mr. Tanko
but I'm saying that
if the document indeed is what they presented, then they themselves called for the
but ask the question. So if you say, let's say you made a point, you go to a police station and there are supposed to be 700 registered. You had your agents there. Did they sign the forms? Did the agents know that they was overvoting? Did they know that? I'm saying that even if that, because that could be a formal protest, right? If they refuse to sign it at the police, they say, hey, we have, because every agent has the register. The register say 100 people. The final results have come. They've collated. They've told you your candidate, if it's 100 people, your candidate has 60. This person has 40, or this person has 70. That's not 100. Did they sign? My point is that if they hadn't signed, that would have been a strong indication of what they are saying. But if you've trained your agent, you sit here and you boast how well you train your agents. You sit here and you say how much resources you put in them. Did the agents know that they was voting at the polling station? Then why did they sign? Did they register a protest at the polling station? So I'm saying that, look, this shenanigans is trying to bring here, they happen. But the bigger point becomes that your agents knew. Did they let you down? Are you now trying to do some recovery? At the end of the day, people, mothers, pregnant mothers stood in line to vote. Nursing mothers left children to go and vote. People left their family to go and vote. My point is that it's dangerous when you start quashing all these votes. There's a political idea that keep the good ones. If we could, in this case, it was possible for us to extricate the poisoned votes and leave the healthy ones. We didn't do that.
Let me give you.
We're punishing.
So at the end of the day,
did your agent sign?
I'll come to you very shortly.
No, once they sign it, I'll explain to him. Do you know that the returning officer and the electoral officer ran away from Pandai to Tamale to do the declaration? That's why they did all this.
Because there was violence. I said
they sat in Tamale with the presence of NDC agents and did their own thing.
There was violence.
There was no. It wasn't that. They did it in Tamale.
So let me ask you this question before I come back to you, Mr. Tanko, Computer. At the end of the day, there are implications. Are you concerned about perhaps credibility issues that may arise as a result of what the court may expose?
Look, as I said, I've made this point here. See, and we've been discussing this Pandai for almost 2 weeks now, so I don't want to sound repetitive. I've said that if Pandai stands, it may become a test case, and that if Pandai stands, hooliganism wins. If Pandai stands, Buga Buga wins. If Pandai stands, violence wins. We should never let people refer to Pandai, the Pandai model. What is the Pandai model? There's a Pandai model here. If you are losing, storm the coalition center. That is a Pandai model. Stop the coalition center, prevent it from happening, and pray and hope that your party wins too, and then you go to court. Because I have said that the moment you enter into court, it's a coin toss.
And I want you to land in 30 seconds.
So the question is that I'm praying for the sake of our democracy, for the sake of the people who sacrifice to go and stand long queues and vote, for the sake of the sanctity of the democracy, we shouldn't let Pandai become a yardstick or a test case or a case study of how to win the elections through violence.
Mr. Tanko Computer, in 30 seconds, then we'll go to the Boko issue.
I'm saying that.
I'll come to you.
Yes, I am saying, you see.
Oh, no, I'll let you have your word on it. Yes, I will let, I'm not done.
Why you came here? I saw you exactly. Stop threatening the young lady here. Stop threatening the young lady.
No, I will let you have your word.
You see,
Mr. Tanko.
threatening the young woman to give you more time.
Dear, you see, NPP, I'm saying when they are whistling, just wait, they will sing a song.
You are lucky that the bees paid you. Still there be talking, the whistling. When you whistle, bees
I decline your invitation. You see, this 13th thing is going to reveal a lot of things that Ghanaians are not aware. And I'm saying that we have the document here. That supplementary affidavit, which was filed on 21st January 2025 by the NPP lawyers, where they indicated that the Gazette was on the 6th. It's here, we have 6th January 2025. We have the document. It was filed on 21st January 2025.
Someone deposed to it.
And some they deposed to it. I said, that's why I'm saying we expose them. The fraudulent as they are.
We should avoid Kwandaism.
Don't run away from Kwandai. We are going there. We will face with them. So we are ready.
Stopping police stations
I am saying that
to win in court. We should avoid Kwandaism.
We are saying that please, nobody should benefit from fraudulent activities.
And violence and hooligans, good.
You cannot go to a polling station where we know that the highest you can get is 750, and then you benefit 1,400 from that, 1,200.
Did your people
so you now know where they are getting their 3,000 from. 2 polling stations got them almost 2,000, just 2. That's the kind of presentation. That's why they are running away from the ruling, and they are going to Supreme Court and asking for statutory to quash the whole thing. It won't happen. We are going to defend it, and we have, in fact, our lawyers. Thank you. We have very astute lawyers. Grateful to them. They are doing fantastic. The documents are ready. We are going to file affidavit in opposition to that thing. It won't happen. The election will come.
Mr. Usu.
So the very reasons that you cited that we must not, the judge shouldn't have called for a rerun, must be the reasons why there has to be a rerun. People queued at dawn to go and vote for a particular candidate. They wish that somebody represented them. Then you had an electoral officer. Mind you have stated on this your network that until the returning officer that did that is prosecuted, we are likely to have it happen in 2028. That is the only solution to it. It happened in Ablekumanov, the electoral returning officer walking about freely. It happened in Sawam, is walking about freely. We must begin to prosecute returning officers. Because this is willfully costing financial loss to the state. If you go back and do the rerun, it means the state is going to
spending more money.
Exactly. But we cannot. The mere fact that you came to steal my rice in my house and I didn't know I met you in front of my house and you invited me to join the food and I ate some, does not mean that when I go inside my room and find out that it was my rice, I will not take you to court for stealing my rice. The court identified the fraud, and the lawyers will tell you fraud vitiates everything. Once fraud has been detected, that is it. By the way, Zato, do you hear the ghost? This morning, I don't know whether ghost, spirituality or whatever is part of the political science business. Let me tell you, no amount of prayer or God business there will save the day. I was thinking that with Nyindam saying that he won 3,000 by 3,700 votes, he will comfortably go back to the constituency. After all, Parliament, even if we win by 1, you have won. You remember Titus Glover, he won with only 3 votes, but he was in Parliament making noise more than those that won with 10,000. It doesn't mean anything. You get my point. So they should have gone back. But the way and manner they are behaving tells me they themselves are not confident. And indeed, they know that the times are so clear that it is NDC's time. And we from the United Party believes that it's time and everything favors them. But I will send this caution that the National Democratic Congress must note that today that the people of this country are giving them everything in abundance, the day of reckoning will also come someday, where we will be asking basic questions. So in terms of this, the MPP has no chance. I believe that on the 13th, I have read the affidavit. In fact, if they are going to go by what Zato is saying, the one that deposed to this affidavit, then you could raise issues of fraud. Was it deposed to by Nyinam? Then remember that Yachike is he going to be arrested? and based on that thrown to jail. So a lot of issues could come out of it.
Dr. Zato was making the claim that if Mr. Tanko is claiming that you had over 1,000 people voting in in a polling station that is supposed to have less than 800, why did the agents sign?
It doesn't matter whether the agents sign or not. It's
no, it doesn't matter.
No, it's not about the front to say anything. The mere fact that I did not see, and later I realized that someone cheated. It doesn't make it right. When you go to any court, your position will be upheld. This one, you don't need any.
They said that they have trained their agents the best.
It doesn't matter.
I said it was done at Tamale office.
When Nana Akufo-Addo went to court, you see, per his own logic, per Zato's own logic, in 2012, that Nana Akufo-Addo took John Mahama and NDC to court. Were the agents not at the various police stations?
But that's why they lost the case.
But what's the point?
No, so they lost the case.
So your point that they shouldn't go to court, it doesn't arise.
No, I'm not saying they shouldn't go to court.
When they went to court, the reason why your case was not upheld, your case was not upheld was that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia only went there and said, you and I were not there. If you and I were there, what were you doing in court? You and I were not there, but we were in court to do what?
But what broad-up implications do you foresee in terms of election disputes, resolving these?
No, you see, what has happened is rather good for our democracy. That, from the United Party's perspective, look, I don't even see why, if but not for thievery, for stealing, we must have party agents at various police stations. Because elections are supposed to be organized by the Electoral Commission. But because we do not have credible electoral officers, that is why parties invest in party agents. Even with that, they don't have a say. That must say that everything that they have at the polling stations. It is the electoral officers. That is why when people cheat, the courts must be bold to overturn the results. The courts must be up and doing to say that you were wrong to shape our democracy. That is the only way we can safeguard the democracy that we are having. It will not, this rather will encourage more people to have confidence in our democracy and not the other way.
Let me get your brief thoughts on how you think this report submitted by the Asante Hene Otumfuo Setutu should lead us to lasting peace in Boko.
I mean, truth stands. That has been my position on this for anybody that has heard me on this matter. Right from day one. I believe that Abu Ghraib Azoka remained the overlord of Boko. There was nothing. I would have been extremely surprised to hear anything otherwise. And I trusted the judgment of Otumfuo right from the one that, I mean, truth will stand and truth has always stand. I believe this is a time for reconciliation. The reason why I'm in Fugu today, we have lost so many innocent lives in Boko and this environs, in Wale Wale here and there. Interestingly, I have huge friends. The number of friends that I have from the Mampusi side far outweighs the Kusasi side. When I make that declaration some time past, I had a lot of confrontation. I told you that, look, truth stands. No matter the situation, even if you are dying, say the truth and go your way. Because whether we like it or not, at one point we will leave this world. It was not going to be right, knowing what the history says, to say that Abu Ghraib could not be the overlord of Boko. What Otumfuo has said must be the rallying call, the rallying point for Mampusis and Kusasis to know that they are one people. Boko had a vibrant market. Now it is no more. Look at every morning we come here, I have a lot of friends there, they will send you a message, we are looking for jobs. The jobs that are supposed to be sent there, we are giving the money to the security agencies under the auspices of protecting them. Meanwhile, the people are poor. Why should we continue like this?
Mr. Tanko, computer about 30 seconds, and then I'll get your 30 seconds as well, and we'll wrap up.
Very well. I mean, government will take the opportunity to thank Otumfuo and his team for the report they presented. I can assure you today, the presidency, the position of government will be out on it. I mean, he did a good job. I mean, the Otumfuo, he has been, I remember our issues in the north. He and then the Nairi is my father, the overlord of Mampurugu traditional area. And then the Gonja chief, Yagbongra. The three of them sat and solved the Dagbon issue for us. We are pleased and happy. You know, we are from the Nanong tradition. They are brothers and sisters. And then they did a very good job. The three kingdoms, Gonja, Mampurugu, and Ashanti, came together and solved that. In the wisdom of the former president, President Nana Akufo-Addo, he also asked Otumfuo to go into the matter. We came in, we inherited it, and the president thought that this is a king who has done it before. Let's give him the opportunity. He listened to both of them, presented his report yesterday. Government has taken the report, studying it to come out with its stance on the report. Let's wait as a government official. Another thing, we will wait to hear from the Flagstaff House the report. What is it and the position government is going to take. But we believe, like I said the other time, the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he means good for everybody in Ghana. He wants to make sure that we have a peaceful environment. Everybody can enjoy the research agenda we are doing. We cannot have a place where others will always have security issues. We want to have a very peaceful country. Then everybody can live peacefully and enjoy the fruit of their labor. And that is what we intend.
Dr. Zato, 30 seconds.
Otumfuo is an institution that must be cherished, protected, and defended. Manshia is an institution that has demonstrated again and again that they are prepared to be there to serve Ghana, and they've done an excellent job. There was no earth-breaking idea from what he said. He just simply said that, look, these are the hard facts.
Yes.
So basically he said, look, Massa, this is it. These are the hardcore facts, and we have to live with those facts. So he didn't make any law. He didn't make anything. He just says, look, I've listened to both of you. These are the facts. What is left are, sometimes when things happen like that, people's egos, people's pride as a bruise. So we have to, that is the reconciliation part. And I'm happy. Look, policy continuation in this country happens more than you think. Policy continuation. That is why you realize they didn't joke with us. And even look, if you go back to Degbon, Kufuor started, it came Mills, they didn't touch it. Mahama didn't touch it. So these are some of the things that we see. That sometimes we wonder that's why our country remains whole and peaceful. It's going to happen. My biggest problem now are parliamentary candidates in those constituencies in the next elections. Exactly. Look, my biggest problem is not even what the president will accept this. The president will put money, resources to stabilize it. National security is happy. They are celebrating because they are seeing.
It's drained our resources for a long time.
Yes. The problem is going to be when during the next primaries and during the next general elections, what those candidates will say in people's bedrooms and people's compounds, people's yards. That is the problem. That's the problem. Apart from that, you will see the whole nation will rally around the president to get this and that. It will be done. And that is, see, the question is, how do we make sure we sanitize these parliamentary candidates? How do we make sure
that
they don't get away with it? For me, that's the problem.
All right. We'll have to end it here. Thank you very much. Sofo Tanko Rashid, computer deputy.
Seconds to thank Madam Margaret Andan. Is our former principal of TATCO, Tamil Training College. I mean, she did very well.
Thank you. Sofo Tanko Rashid, computer deputy director of elections and IT, acting CEO GFEC. Also, Dr. Joshua Jebutie Zato, senior lecturer in political policy analyst at the University of Ghana, and of course Solomon Owusu, director of communications, United Party. Thank you very much. Well, Accra, are you ready? Because this December, and I hope that all of you will be coming for the 3FM All White Party.
Where is it?
Yes, it's happening in December at the Labadi Beach Hotel.
Fantastic.
Yes, it's on the 28th. So the waves, light, and music are going. Yes, so you are coming, right? You are coming in your white with your families. Yes, and this year we are turning Paradise. Fantastic. This year we are turning Paradise into the biggest December shutdown of 2025. And wait, we are not coming small because Stone Boy is coming. Kofi Kinata is also coming. Are you listening? And let's just say more surprise artists are loading. Now listen, if you want to experience this night the right way, then you need a table. 3 levels, 3 moods, 1 unforgettable night. So Mr. Usu, perhaps you take platinum for the ones who don't do average. Private space, prestige, premium treatment, diamond, Mr. Tanko computer, where luxury meets energy, gold, maybe Mr. Jato, Dr. Zato, bold, brilliant, and right in the heart of the party. Don't wait till it sells out. If you and your squad are ready to own the night, you can call or WhatsApp 053-2200-927 or dial *928*12*12# to book your table. The countdown has already begun. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. So thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us on The Big Issue. My name is Beatrice Edu, and a big thank you as well to Eddie Joy for my costume. Eddie Joy is located at East Legon, Dansuman, and on the La Road. Remember that we'll be cashing out *439#. You follow the prompt, you pick your favorite platform, TV3 number 2, and of course you get the opportunity to get 1,000 Ghana cedis. We are giving 10,000 cedis to 10 individuals. Be a part of this. Play more and you will get some money. Stay with us. We're back with some more.